What's up, y'all? It's Matt with Family Tradition Farms. It's harvest time. We got the 806 hooked to the wagon. The 6620 back behind me, it's not quite ready to go, but we're going to get in the bean field tomorrow. So today, while I got a ride, I'm going to go ahead and get the wagon drugged down to the field. It's a few miles down the road. We're going to leave it overnight. Then tomorrow morning, while we're waiting on the dew to dry off the beans, we'll get the combine finished up, get it ready to go, head down there and cut some beans. Guys, it's go time. Beans were testing about 12.5% moisture this afternoon, so tomorrow it should be just about perfect. I want to get on the tractor and we're going to take off. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure you like the video. Beans. They went in after the sunflowers. They're coming along. They're small, but yeah, you know, we may make 10, 15 bushel off of them. I ain't mad about them. I always make the point to fly the American flag whenever I'm harvesting. Agriculture's backbone for America, and I'm proud to support it. Morning, everybody. Next day down here at the farm. We got the 806 and the gravity wagon. Drug down the road to the field. It got set last night. Got busy doing some other things, so didn't really do much else at the farm. But we got the 6620 and the 216 grading platform hooked up. Not anywhere near ready to go. I've yet to change the combine settings from corn last year, which is what we finished in, to soybeans. So we got to make all those settings. Also, this head last year was the first year I ran it on the 6620. Before that, it had always been ran on our 6600, which is tremendously smaller. Found out last year that actually changed the pitch of the cutter bar, so it wasn't actually cutting right last year. Pushed a lot, bunched up a bunch, so working on getting that straightened up. The divider points, they weren't set right for this bigger machine. Working on getting those adjusted. It's just now about 8:30. We really won't be in the field until afternoon. It's still pretty wet. It's pretty heavy dew this morning. We do also need to go pick up some diesel fuel. This girl's sitting on about a quarter tank. Probably enough to get us through today, but I'd rather just top it off. And then pick up the weigh wagon so that we can calibrate the yield monitor and then head down the road to the field. So I'm going to get after it, and hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get this switched over. And the most important part of the day, got to clean the windows. Never did clean them from last year, so they're pretty dusty. A lot of these big time farmers have nice Thunder Creek fuel trailers. We got the old white barrel and hand pump. 30-gallon barrel, hand pump. Takes about 5 minutes to unload, but it's a heck of a lot quicker than the old 5-gallon cans we used to use. Hose is a little short though. Gotta get awfully close. Alright, we're ready to go to the field. We got the head kind of set. Them nuts are tighter than the son of a buck, and I could not bust them loose to get the cutter bar tilted. So it's going to be what it's going to be. We're just going to send it and leave the stubble a little bit taller and take what we can take. Got all the chaffers and sieves set for beans, cylinder speed, fan speed, concave adjusted. It's all ready to go for beans. All we can do is get to the field, start, and make some adjustments from there. The farmer right next to us, he started. Oh, there's Dad. He's gonna fall. He's gonna lead me down to the field. Farmer next to me, he just started, so evidently it's dry enough for him to go, and he's got a new combine with monitors, and so I'm gonna say it's okay. We're gonna jump in the combine, put her in road gear, and hammer on down. Now, before you ask, no, the air conditioner does not work. We tried messing with it, and it blows, but it doesn't blow cold. But it is what it is. Got to have the door shut. Just that 466 is just too loud on that Deere. In other news, our monitor decided to go kaput. I was setting the programmings and it just shut down on us. So don't know what's up with that. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We're gonna go to the field, we're gonna cut some beans, and we're having a good time doing it. Now the big question of the day, do we go the highway, which everybody knows the problem is going down the highway, or do we go down the back roads? Now the back roads is a much longer trip, and because we have a lovely solar farm going in, the roads are shit. So we're gonna go bouncing up and down the roads and hope to not tear something up, because it's Sunday morning. Traffic looks okay right now on the highway, but you just never know. So let's take off. Flashers on. Go to road gear. Throttle up. And away we go. Go ahead and set that reel down. Give me a little bit more visibility here. That'll work. Let's go. That's a good sign. Those alarms are going to scream at me until I get up to full throttle. Yep, that's what we want. Raise the reel up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me show you what we're dealing with. Grain sample is fairly dirty. Awfully lot of foreign material in there. Awful lot of unthrashed green beans there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments there. We don't really have much header loss. If we look up here where the combine hasn't run over, really not many beans on the ground, but when we go back here, we are finding beans. There's one, there's a couple. So we're making adjustments on the chaffer, making adjustments on the concave, making adjustments on the sieve. It's a big game. Make some adjustments here till it cleans up or gets worse, then go back the other way. Pretty slow process, but it's what's got to be done. All right, after much deliberation and Dad walking beside the combine as it's going, we're deciding the beans are pinging off of here. And you can actually see there's a pretty good stream coming down. So if they're coming out of the chopper, that means they're in the straw walker and not making it to the chaffer and sieve. So when we climb up top and look at the walker, we can see, I know these stems are green, but the beans are dry. A lot of these pods are not thrashed. Now, like I said, I know they're green, but they're not thrashed. So what's happening is as it works its way down, they're actually getting thrashed once they're in the chopper. So we got a couple options. We can speed up the cylinder, close down the concaves. I think we're gonna opt to speed up the cylinder a little bit and see what that does. Grain tank Not terrible. I'd like it a little bit cleaner, but I'll take it. What we're looking at is back here, we've got a whole lot of beans still on the ground. And a lot of them are actually cracked. So you basically work your way back towards the combine. And when we get here, this is everything that's coming out of the chaffer and the sieve. It's clean. The stuff's thrashed good. Really not seeing any beans. There's a couple here and there, but really not too bad. And when you look up here, that pile is right where the chaffer and the sieve stopped, and then we backed up. And there's really nothing on the ground until you get back where all the fodder is that's coming out of the chopper. So that leads us back to the straw walker, and something is not set right on the cylinder that's not thrashing out all the beans. So there's still beans in the pods making their way up through the walker. Then once they hit the chopper, they're getting blown up. So we're gonna make some more adjustments. I think we're probably gonna cinch the concaves down a little bit and see if that takes care of it. All right, we're still chugging along. Got my height indicator right there. Trying to keep it about a 2 or a 3 since my cutter bar is not tilted correctly. Kind of just dealing with it. Got a whole lot of dust flying there yet. Dad's riding outside, trying to check a few things as we're going. All in all, the sample's not terrible. Definitely could be better, but I'm probably going to take it for what it is. And the monitor's still not working. It did kick on for about 10 seconds, and then it kicked back off. So I got a loose connection somewhere, but yeah, probably not going to mess with that. We're just going to hammer it out. Like I told you guys before, this field does have a test plot in it. We planted it with the 30-inch row planter and then came back in and split it. So it's kind of cool. You can see the stripes of the different varieties. The lighter colored one is a 3.5 bean by Paloma from Farmers Business Network. Did it last year and it was awesome. The darker colored one is a 3.7. Again, Paloma from Farmers Business Network. Not near as impressed with it. It's not a bad bean. It's definitely a lot bushier than the 3.5s. But man, those 3.5s, they're pretty hard to beat. We'll probably make another pass here and go ahead and head over to the wagon. When we opened the field up, the beans were running about 13.5, 13.6, which is absolutely perfect. Dry test weight is 13.5, so that's right on the money. You can see there is some green spots out here, but it's really not too bad. All that's going to blend off, so we'll finish this pass, head back to the wagon, and unload. Every other pass, we got to turn on the air conditioning. Open the door. That's about the best we got. We let the dust blow that way we can open the door. What do you do? thought they would. They're not bad, they're just not what I'd hoped for. They were pretty wet when we unloaded into the wagon earlier. They were running about 15. So we took a break, ran in town, grabbed a burger, came back, let them sit about an hour. It's sunny, it's breezy, and they dried down quite a bit. Last we checked, they were about 12, so may have just been the spot of the field we were in where they were running a little bit wet. May have been that the field was just a little bit wet yet. So we're almost done. There you go. There's the end. Not too bad. We'll get it unloaded and head back to the shop. That's going to do it for today. We got a pretty good wagon load there. If I remember right, this wagon holds about 350 bushels of corn, so I'm going to guess we probably got around 300 bushel beans on there. Not too bad. I'm really happy for this being the first year that this was ever farmed. It was just a yard before that, so not going to complain too much about it. We're going to get the combine back to the shop tomorrow morning. I'll take the tractor and the wagon just a couple miles up the road to CGV soybean processing, get it unloaded, and then on to the next project. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, everybody. It's about about 5 o'clock. We just got down here to the 806, got it warming up. It's about 62, 63 degrees outside, so we're gonna let it warm up just a little bit, hence the sweatshirt. Open station tractor ride at 60 degrees feels a heck of a lot colder, I can tell you that. We're gonna go ahead and get our scale book filled out here. Basically, I just got to tell them what I'm hauling and who it's for. And also, this is the first time I've delivered with the 806, so I'm going to have to stop at the Prop House and get a new key card. That key card is what they use to identify who you actually are. So you'll get to the Prop House, you'll scan it, go to the scale house, scan it, dump, go back around to the scale house and scan it again, and then it'll print you out a ticket, and then you know, they know who to pay, basically. So I'm gonna get this book filled out, and then we're gonna jump on the 806. Still pretty dark out. Yeah, it's real dark out, so good thing we got some bright lights on the 806, and turn the flashers on, and we'll head on into town. Well, the 806 definitely knows I got a full wagon back here. We're gonna run in third until we get up to the highway. The road's in really good shape over here, but you know, we're still bouncing around. Like I said, it knows it's back here. Good workout for it though. Well, we made it. That's where we're going, right where all the big lights are. We're just sitting in line. We got to get up here. We'll turn left and follow in line down those trucks. Already got a few more sagging up back behind us. Elevator doesn't even open for another 40 minutes, so we're just gonna kind of hang out, watch the sunrise. All right, they opened up a little bit early, so the line is moving. We get up there and hopefully get dumped pretty quick. I can tell you one thing, I am the nicest looking tractor and gravity wagon in line here at the elevator this morning. I'm surrounded by six-figure semi-trucks. I don't even care. I'm having just as good a time as these guys are. Probably better time, because I'm not as worried about a $100,000 truck. Alright, they've weighed us. We're 29,680 pounds. Now they're probing us. That's going to determine the quality of the soybeans, moisture, stuff like that. Make sure we don't have any knocks. So we'll get probed and then we'll head on over to the pit. Sorry it's so loud, guys, but we're waiting on the pit. We're going to pit number 3. This guy's in front of us. But we're at CGB Mount Vernon soybean processing plant. It's loud. Basically, they're crushing all these soybeans, turning them into soybean oil and soybean meal. Just kind of a slow process. We keep it in first gear, paddle on through. Well, that's it, guys. We got unloaded. We got Wade. We got Wade going back out. We're back down here at the shop. I didn't film anything coming out of town because it's 7 a.m. There's a lot of traffic, and just for safety reasons, I didn't want to be on my phone. Really wanted to be able to pay attention to the traffic. But we ended up hauling in about 240 bushel. Moisture was 12.5, 57 test weight, so pretty good. I'll have to sit down and do my calculations. I'm not real sure how big that field actually was as far as acres goes, to figure out exactly how many bushels per acre we got. I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously would have liked to have had more, but for the year we had, I'll take it. So anyways, guys, that's probably going to wrap it up for this first field in Harvest 2024. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because we got a lot more videos about to drop with our old John Deere 6620, the Farmall 806, and the John Deere 4430 in the background. Guys, it's going to be a great season. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks, and we'll catch you next time.